Hi guys, hello boys and girls, and welcome back to Robby's English Harmony video blog. In this video I'm going to respond to a comment that was published on my blog 3 days ago, and I have to apologize first of all for taking so much time to respond to it, but you gotta understand guys that these days I have very limited time to do these things, and lately I've been actually preparing for my test which took place yesterday. So as you can imagine, throughout the last few days I've been just studying non-stop, and I had very little time to respond to comments and emails and all that. So now I'm trying to clear the backlog, and I am responding to this comment by recording a video instead of just responding in writing, right? Anyway, let's get down to business, and basically I'm going to be reading out the comment, and I will address every single question that's asked, okay? And what I could have done, I suppose, is I could have just responded in writing and provided the links, because believe it or not, but over the last few years I've touched upon pretty much every aspect of English improvement on my blog, and I have actually answered all these questions, right? So if you think about it, I might as well just close down my blog, or not close down, but just stop publishing on it. I could just write across the home page big writing saying that everything conceivable that you can think of when it comes to English fluency improvement, you can find out this blog. And here's the link to the sitemap, and if you have a question, just do some research and you'll definitely find the answer. But that's not the way it works, right? When you guys ask questions, you actually expect me to answer, you know what I mean? And there's a whole lot of new visitors landing on my blog, so that's why I have to keep going on about it and keep talking about the same stuff. But I don't mind. A lot of people think that I'm repeating myself the whole time, and fair enough, yeah, that's what it is, but it is what it is, you know? A lot of mentors and teachers and whatever you want to call us, people who help others, are actually repetitive, you know, because we are talking about the same thing day in, day out. Anyhow, let's stop beating around the bush, and the first question is basically, I can't understand English songs, I have to see the lyrics, and only then I can sing the song slowly. Okay, please don't be thinking that it's a big deal. I don't understand all English songs either. And if you think about it, matter of fact is, I'm pretty sure that you don't understand all songs in your native language either, you know? It's typical when artists perform this song, they sing very fast, and they distort the words and the way they emphasize different syllables of words compared to what that word would have been pronounced in real life and things like that. So sometimes it's very difficult to make out what you are hearing in your native language, let alone English. So don't let that be of a huge concern. It's totally natural, you know? So I totally understand the way you feel. You've been probably learning the English language for a long time, for years most likely, and then you hear a song and then you start beating yourself over the fact that you can't even understand what they're singing about there. And then you start telling yourself, listen, you gotta do something about it, because I'm a useless English student if I can't understand a simple song. But don't let that fact discourage you. I'm the same, you know? I can speak totally fluently, but if you started playing some song, some rap song or something specific, I wouldn't be able to understand 100%. You know, it's totally natural, right? Let's move on. But when my teachers teach us in English, I can understand it properly. There you go, you answered your own question. You know, your teachers must be speaking somewhat slower and with a clearer pronunciation, and their speech is not as heavily accented or whatever, you know what I mean? So it all depends on the source of language, you know, who speaks it. The fact of the matter is that a lot of native English speakers struggle to understand each other, because some people come from very specific geographical areas where English is spoken in a very different way, and I've witnessed it time and time again. In Ireland, that's where I live, you know, there are certain areas where people speak with quite hard accents, and some locals struggle to understand those people, you know. I remember I was in one of my previous jobs at the time, a good few years ago, and there was this man who I struggled to understand in the beginning, and he always, not he, but some other man that he was always talking to, used to ask him the same question, not the question, but used to ask him to repeat his answer like 2 or 3 times. He used to say things like, what, say it again, what, you know, it was funny. They were native English speakers, so you'd think they would understand each other from half word. It's not the case, my friend, so it's totally natural. Anyhow, I can't watch the movie without seeing without seeing the subtitle. Whenever I go to watch the movie cinema hall, or when there is joke in movie, I can't understand the joke. Please help me. Help. So how can I help you? The only advice I can give to you is, actually, this is the link that I'm going to give to you, right? Click on this link. It's about subtitles in movies. And the bottom line basically is you have to use subtitles if you can't follow it, if you can't understand, right? But as soon as you can start understanding the movie or the TV show or whatever without subtitles, you have to switch them off. You have to kind of wean yourself off that habit, you know? And a very good practice would be to watch an episode of a TV show with the subtitles if you can't do without it, and then watch it again and again, and every next time try to switch the subtitles off and train your listening that way, okay? And I can't understand the joke. Well, guess what? Different nations have different jokes, you know? Well, I tend to believe that humans as a species have pretty much the same sense of humor all over the world, but some jokes are specific, you know? And it's not necessarily about nationalities or your cultural background. Some people's jokes, even some Latvians joke, other Latvians joking, I just don't get them, you know? I'm a Latvian myself, you know, originally I come from Latvia, and some of the guys make jokes and I just don't get them, I don't find it funny. So it's not about you being a foreigner, watching an English movie, don't understanding their jokes, therefore you suck at English, you know? It's not like that at all, you know? You gotta change your perspective here. Now, do I have to practice written English also? Well, you gotta understand that there are so many aspects to English, and you have to realize which aspect you want to develop, right, at a particular time. If you want to focus on your spoken fluency, then you gotta speak, okay? Listening is only going to improve your comprehension, your understanding. It's not going to do anything to your spoken fluency. Same goes with written English. Do I have to practice? Well, guess what? If you want to get better at English writing, yes, you have to practice. If you don't want that, if you just want to be able to speak in English, then just do as much spoken English practice as you can. But I suppose the best advice would be to use your spoken English as the vehicle to drive your overall English fluency improvement forward, and do all sorts of other things. Write and read and listen and watch in order to develop your English comprehensively from all aspects, right? But let the spoken English be the main drive of your overall English improvement plan, right? Now, whenever I have to speak in English in front of people or with my friends, words become less to me. I can't understand what to speak in front of them. Well, guess what? That's a typical issue, right? When you have to speak with someone, all of a sudden you get stuck in the middle of a sentence, right? And it's all because of the traditional way English is taught, you know? You are probably spending most of your time reading, writing, listening, watching, doing all that kind of stuff, and it's all passive. But it's not going to improve your active English vocabulary, which is vocabulary and phraseology that you can speak out loud yourself, you know? So it's only a matter of speaking. It's only when you speak that you will develop your ability to speak. It's simple, right? My answer could be a one-liner. Start doing spoken English practice. That's all. But I'm providing this comprehensive response to hammer the message home, you know? Because I'm a strong believer in the fact that I gotta be talking about it again and again and again, and only then people start getting it. And it's the same with me, you know? I remember back in the day when I had questions to in certain areas of life. If someone just told me a simple answer, you just wouldn't get it, you know. It requires a lot of repetition before that message kind of registers with you, you know. Now, help me in improving my thought process. I don't have enough words to speak with others. Well, it's kind of repeating the same question. Thinking, I'm a strong believer in the fact that thinking goes hand in hand with your speech. As a matter of fact, as a foreigner, we have to speak out loud and let the thoughts follow. Basically, if you just try and think inside of your head, then the whole process is going to get totally messed up. You may want to check out this link where I've addressed that particular issue. And I'm pretty sure that I recorded a video there as well, which is what I do these days. You know, mostly I record videos. I've become quite lazy when it comes to writing. Back in the day, years ago, that was my primarily way of communicating with my audience. I was publishing articles, and then I started doing more and more videos, and these days it's exclusively videos for the most part, right? So that is pretty much all the advice that I can give you. You know, do a lot of spoken English practice. And funnily enough, this question is published on a page on my website called No One Talked To, Practice English with Yourself. So the answer is right there, staring in your face, you know. Practice English with yourself. But obviously, it's because we are brainwashed. The traditional English teaching industry has brainwashed us and made us believe that we got to do everything else other than speaking. We got to study grammar and become very sophisticated when it comes to writing, and have to do a lot of listening. You know, there's this concept out there that you got to listen and that you can listen your way to fluency and all that kind of nonsense, you know. Just forget about it. Speak. What I'm doing now, I'm speaking with my audience now. There's nobody else here in this room. It's just me and the camcorder, right? And you may want to check out this article where I've spoken about the importance of doing such recordings and practicing your English that way. And believe me, this helps big time. For instance, today, right? You're listening to me speak, and you may think that I don't have any fluency issues. Guess what? All of us foreigners who aspire to become fluent, right? Truly fluent in English. We all have our bad fluency days. And the same goes with any person whenever it comes to speaking foreign languages or even their native language for that matter. We have bad fluency days, you know. There's a lot of factors affecting that process, you know, ability to think, your level of tiredness, I suppose, how well you've eaten, how much you slept last night, how busy you were at work. All those factors are coming together and determining whether you can perform well or not, right? And today, I felt that my English, my ability to speak fluently was kind of going down a bit, and I knew for a fact that the moment I sit down and record a video for you guys, my fluency is going to go back up again, you know, and that's what happened, and it happens every time. So despite the fact that I spend most of my day, well, pretty much the entire day, speaking with other people in English, right? I live and work in an English-speaking environment. I still require these spoken English practice sessions to maintain my fluency at a high standard. And that is the answer to all your questions, my friends. So thanks for asking the question, and I hope that you're going to enjoy watching the video, right? And everyone else who watched this video, thanks for tuning in. And obviously, if you have any further questions, feel free to publish them in the comment section below. All right? See you guys again. Bye-bye.